Salute YouTube, it's Stormybman and I'm back with another Stormybman'S briefs. This time we want to run a thought or two around what's going on with the quality of fighters in the division of boxing avoiding one another. There was a time when men sought to go out and test their wares against the best in the business, sometimes at their own detriment economically. Fighters fought and had an affinity for proving themselves against the best. Nowadays it seems like everyone is chasing the bag. There's nothing wrong with chasing the bag, but eventually in a sport like boxing you have to find something beyond the money to fight for, because once you've achieved your dreams, meaning being able to buy your mom a house, drive the car you desired, pick the woman that you've desired, what else is there to fight for? If you're going to continue on in the business of boxing, you have to set goals. You have to set aspirations that are just beyond reach so that you always have something to shoot for. That's not the case today, where guys are very content and they continue to hold the sport up, sometimes to the detriment of the entire sport and sometimes to the detriment of their own careers. Think about it like this: a fighter like Manny Pacquiao, who's 40 plus now and still hanging around the sport, not willing to fight the elite of the sport or the present elite, so to speak, but he still has his presence there and potential for box office. But Manny doesn't want to fight the best that the sport has to offer. So why is he hanging around? If he wants to make paydays where he can put money into his community with what he has amongst his nation of people and how he supports them financially, then fight these fights. That's the best way to make that money. Do not nickel and dime the public, the boxing public, for what your short-sighted aspirations may be. The Shawn Porters, Earl Spencers, and Terence Crawfords would relish the opportunity to face Manny in the ring, but he doesn't want to do that. And each of those fights could draw tremendous box office for the sport of boxing, but this is something that the boxing public has allowed themselves to be dissuaded. Quality opposition is always that which can carry the sport, even when you're talking about amongst contenders and pretenders. What can be done about this? More editorials like what we're having right now, more speak amongst the boxing masses and audiences, because they have been lulled to sleep by putting their support behind the fighters through social media and everything, because we're in that social media stage. But they have to get back to backing the sport. Backing the sport is how you get around and above these problems. What do you think about it? Would Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns and Muhammad Ali, would those guys just continue to absorb their fanfare and not seek out the opposition that could really etch their name in the annals of boxing history? Of course not. But they enjoy the adulation that the fans give, but they were driven by the inspiration that they put upon and pressed upon the fans. That's what's missing today. The new media has replaced what was once there as a solid foundation representing in the sport, and we can sometimes get back to that by slowing the process and looking at things for what they really are. This is Stormybman. These are my Stormybman's briefs on what's happening with the quality of opposition in the sport of boxing today. Leave comments, let me know what you think, and we can discuss it further. Until the next time we meet, peace.